We got the frame, we're back. Gonna go ahead and get that unloaded. Yeah, we're gonna have to shorten up this pallet just a little bit. Back working on the RZR again. We've got a few little things done since the last time. Popped the fuel bracket off. Removed a little bit more inside here, that little panel here. And I think what we're gonna do is start working on removing some of this stuff and pulling the engine. I'm trying to think it'd be easier to pull all this stuff off first and out of the way, or the engine. I'm gonna go with tearing this down, and we'll go from there. Scratch that. We're gonna start with the front end and see what we need to disassemble. I wanna try to keep as much of this together as I can. I know this lower bracket can hold the A-arms. The steering rack, obviously that's gonna have to get disconnected, but we're gonna try and leave as much of this intact as we can and get it out of here. Trying to keep all this together and remove it as one, but I think it's just going to be way more work, or just a pain in the butt, so I'm just going to take it all apart. One side's off, pulled off both A-arms, disconnected a handful of things here. We're going to do that on the other side, and then hopefully be able to drop this bracket or this frame here, and then start working on unbolting the diff and the power steering, or the steering rack. We got both sides out, both A-arms are gone, shock's still in there, so the camera cut off, but we got both sides off. They're up here, ready to go. Now we're going to work on taking this bracket off and then getting the diff, the steering rack out of there, and go from there. We got the front end all disassembled as much as I want to right now. The only other thing left is the brakes. I'm going to try to leave as much of that intact as I can as I strip the rest of that down. But we've got everything pulled off. I'm going to clean it all off, wash it all up so that it's nice and clean going back together. And I think next is going to be prepping that rear end to get the motor pulled. I don't want to throw that front end together yet, just I want to start removing some of the stuff from the rear first. We're going to work on removing some of this stuff here, and we'll see how far we get today. We're back another day. I'm gonna keep working on tearing this down. Our goal for today is gonna be getting this motor out and into that frame. So we gotta remove a few more support things, get the exhaust off, disconnect the clutch and the transmission, and then we gotta get this bracket out too. That's just gonna be a little bit later on. I'm leaving that in there right now because I keep stepping on that to climb across because I don't have a ton of room to work with over there. So let's get started. Quick, we got the exhaust off, we got the coolant lines off, we're clear basically all this side. We're going to start working on the clutches over here, get those removed and disconnect this shroud, make sure we get everything clear we need to here, and then we should be good to remove the mounts and get this thing out of here. What we're running into is there's a little black collar here that needs to come out, and in some videos it just pulls right out. In our case, of course, it's not. So we're going to try a few things to try and get this out without completely damaging it. See how this goes. There we go. There should be two washers that are about to fall out of here, so we'll try and catch those before they hit the ground. We'll see if we can't do that. Let's go pull this out. And then we'll try to catch these washers. There's one, there's two. Perfect. Those go back on there. Looks like we're no worse for the wear. Everything looks good there. Alright, let's go ahead, put a little grease on the puller and on the threads. Get it in there. Alright, nice and tight. Well, we got a pop, so let's make sure that that wasn't the tool breaking and actually the clutch coming loose. Oh, I believe that's our clutch popping off. That's a good sign. That is a very good sign. Lights out. All right, let's go ahead and get this out of here. Now we got this out, we're gonna go ahead and take a break.